Alright, we got 10 best anime with no bad episode.
Thrown into a life or death scenario.
I
Your
wonder if that's
players are
true.
trapped in a real world version of the video game. The show gives you that feeling that your life is so messed up that now you're in hell, and your only chance of survival is to trust no one. As simple as that. This anime is a gripping survival thriller that'll have you binge watching it till the very end.
Ain't that the
It puts
bomb
you in
anime,
one of those
bro?
survival type horror
Ah,
series
yeah,
that can be
I was right.
enjoyable,
Never mind.
but at the same time becomes very frustrating with its strange twists. The cliffhangers and occasional plot twists may become predictable, especially in later episodes. And at the same time, there's a feeling of explosiveness when we watch the anime scenes. Heh, see what I did there? It's not intelligent, but packs that feeling of survival horror where your life really is at stake.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Not
In
gonna
the
lie.
world of Batum, it ultimately comes down to how you play the game. If you play your cards right, you win. If not, then that's game over for good. No second chances. Almost like real life, don't you think? Up next at number 9, we have Drifters. In Drifters, historical figures from various eras are brought together to fight in a fantasy world. Samurai, archers, and
You got good
warriors
taste.
unite against powerful foes. It's basically a crossover. And fun fact here, they have their exact names and personalities and have some ability associated with some element in their lives. With its incredible action sequences and a plot that's as intense as it is intriguing, this anime is a must-watch.
I need to watch it
The type
again.
of show that you'll quickly
So far, the
realize what
list
it
is
from the
solid,
start.
bro.
Anyone familiar with Hellsing will get a familiar vibe with the style of the series. If you
Yeah.
fancy a fantasy story about extraordinary individuals coming together, then Drifters will be quite a treat for you. By the time I finished watching Drifters, I was not only impressed by the overall content, but also by its ability to entertain. If you have a sense of humor, then this will definitely be worth every minute. If you take it too seriously though, then Drifters will probably feel more like a drag. I would definitely recommend Drifters even if you're not a fan of this type of work. I can't say this enough, but the show's ability to express its ideas is just too damn entertaining to ignore.
There's a bit
After
of
that, we have
everything,
a
though.
fan favorite at number 8.
Historical,
It is none other than
magic,
No Game,
stuff
No
like
Life.
that.
No Game No Life
Watch
transports
it
us to
already.
another world where
Am I
everyone is
actually an
decided
anime
by
addict, bro?
games. The sibling duo take
I'm,
gaming to a whole
I'm
new
at the
level as they
point that
challenge
every time I
otherworldly
watch a
beings
video
in
about
epic
anime, I
mind
pretty much
games.
watch
This
everything
anime
already,
serves
bro.
as an experimental
And it's
window
not bad.
into fantasy adventure.
It's not
The
bad.
show often pokes fun at itself, whether it be cultures, rules, or just in general anything it can get its hands on. While the show doesn't escape its dungeons of cliches, it also finds a way to parody them, all through very clever usage of humorous executions. This anime is a masterpiece of strategy and wit, with each episode leaving you craving for more. I love pretty much everything about the show, and that's not something I can say very often. I take it back. From start to finish, I don't think there was a single moment that I didn't enjoy. And that is something almost
Okay.
unheard of in anime. It's so versatile in that way that it's funny, original, charismatic, intelligent, and just plain epic and awesome, all working in tandem. As a result, everything ends up being immensely satisfying. I'm just going to say though that this is without a doubt one of the most enjoyable anime you probably have seen to date. One final
Cap.
thing I need to cover is the fan
I don't like-
service. It's almost like a hidden
Cap.
treasure in this show. You will only find it if you are looking for it.
Up to this day, that's a real stretch. That's a
And at number
stretch.
7, we have Assassination Classroom, the inescapable part of our lives where we spend a minimum of 12 years learning a wide array of subjects, facts, and topics that we most likely will never use for the rest of our lives. So, with another school anime, what kind of anime would we get from something about a bunch of middle school students? Well, how about one where the middle school students try and kill their teacher? This anime is a roller coaster of emotions. Imagine being a
watch it
class
too.
of misfit students assigned the
pretty
task
cool.
of assassinating their superpowered, tentacled teacher before he destroys the Earth. Every episode is a blend of action, humor, and heartwarming moments. You'll laugh, you'll cry, and you'll be on the edge of your seat. Now, after hearing this much, most of your reactions will probably be something along the lines of, "This show seems way too crazy, Animan." And to be honest, you're not wrong. But as crazy as it seems, it's a lot of fun with Assassination School Life and a cast of characters with how they spend their daily lives. Rather than adapting romantic angels or die-hard drama, we get this classic shonen comedy with a very stylish way of storytelling. Each episode offers something new thanks to its themes and the performances of the characters. The comedy is fresh and doesn't rely on cheap cardboard fan service to get to its point. I highly recommend giving the series a try, regardless of how unorthodox the premise may seem to sound. there's a chance it could surprise you.
Something new every
After
time
all,
on
isn't life just full
the
of
anime,
surprises?
bro.
Next up at number 6, we surprisingly have Konosuba. I am not gonna say the whole title, it's long as hell. But make way for the actual OG anime.
Solid-
What happens
solid
when a
list,
shonen
bro.
gamer
I'm not
dies and is
complaining.
transported to a fantasy world. He forms a
But when you think
hilariously
about it, the Goofy
dysfunctional
anime
party
is
of
always the
misfits.
one that is the most
If you're looking
entertaining
for
sometimes,
non-stop
you know.
laughs and
You never
outrageous
get
antics,
bored.
this anime
Because
has
there's
got
something
you
new
covered.
every time.
Konosuba spews out pure joy and
The thing about
rainbows.
reincarnated
With other shows telling great stories or
main
exploring
character and stuff like
philosophy and
this,
other themes,
sometimes there's a lot of
Konosuba
talking.
ignores all that crap and
Sometimes, so it
focuses on
kinda
pure
get boring.
entertainment. With genuinely
Like reincarnated
hilarious
as a
comedy
slime.
and no
It's
flaws,
nice and
this
all,
series has
everything
been
is-
just parodied to become
It's good, but
enjoyable. This show literally
sometimes there's a
roasts the whole
lot of
isekai
talking,
genre.
bro.
If you want a show where you don't have to think about
But it's still
anything
one of the
and
greatest
just sit back
reincarnation
and
anime,
enjoy
though.
whatever is thrown at you, this show's got you covered. Of course, many watch anime expecting a plot that actually goes somewhere. Konosuba is definitely not going anywhere, but I implore that you at least give it a shot. This show is literally too good to be just a comedy. And
One of the
comedy is entirely
goofiest anime
subjective.
you ever
Not
seen, but if you
everyone
didn't
will
watch
like
it.
That's only natural. But
Nothing
give
more
this
goofy
3
than
or
this
4
one, bro.
episodes before deciding. Wait until all the characters are introduced. After that, at number 5, we have one of the most recent works of Studio Mappa, which is Hell's Paradise. Do you wish to die? Or do you want to live on? Do you have
This
the
is the
want
only
to
anime
survive,
I heard
even if
about
that may
so
consider the
much,
idea
but
of
still didn't
killing
watch
another
it.
human being? There is so much to think about when it comes to this show's well-done pacing and storytelling. Get ready for a trip to Hell's Paradise, where the god of shinobi, no, not Hashirama, but the main character of the show, Gabimaru, is given a chance for a pardon if he can locate a magical elixir of eternal life. With stunning visuals, intense battles, and a unique premise, this anime is a hidden gem you won't want to miss. One of the standout features of Hell's Paradise is its excellent character development. Each character has a unique backstory and motivations, making them easy to root for. Gabimaru in particular is a fascinating main character who has a dark past and emotional baggage that makes him relatable and intriguing. This anime is neither the next Shawshank Redemption nor one of Christopher Nolan's mind-bending masterpieces, but this show does have one of the coolest setups in recent history for me. The idea of ex-criminals being thrown on an island with a bunch of samurai and made to search for an elixir while fighting weird monsters and gods just clicks for me personally. The world feels alive and rich. Mystery, danger at every corner, and the always looming threat of someone dying at a constant concern. The brutality of the show and the gruesome reality of this island is just amazing. And if you have been following this channel for a while, you should know that I love gritty anime like this, especially when it's delivered on a silver platter. So I had to put it on this list. Next up on the list is Heavenly Delusion. For me, this is probably one of the best shows this season,
Can't
maybe
watch
even this
it.
year. And I still can't believe that people simply decided to ignore it. If you like to think and feel when you watch something, if you like it when a story is brave, asks controversial questions, makes you ask a lot of questions, and does not give you straight answers, then by golly, this one's for you. As you start watching, you feel a sense of mystery, a mystery that draws you in to keep watching and experiencing it. From the early beginning, this show was
What?
basically a mixture of Sonny Boy and The Promised Neverland, but it slowly makes its own name as the show goes on. The theme of finding hope in a seemingly hopeless or dark world has been done before in a slice of life way in Girls Last Tour, in a horror form in Made in Abyss, or in many other ways that I haven't seen before. Heavenly Delusions takes this theme but has a sci-fi mystery backdrop to it, making it quite a unique experience, and one I haven't really experienced personally. It's almost a fact at this point that these type of animes are never going to be as popular as the other headliners. Heavenly Delusions may not be aimed at everyone, but certainly is a special anime of its own. Using ideas from post-apocalyptic themes and tying two storylines together always kept me on the edge of my seat. With every episode, I felt like the anime continues to build more and more into its mystique. So if you're into any of these type of things,
Well, it remind me of
please give it a try.
Promise Never Live,
Bringing us
bro.
to the top 3 is none other than Parasite the Maxim. You've probably heard of them in classic sci-fi stories before. The very idea of alien creatures who
Who
can
never heard
snatch
of
the bodies
Parasite, bro?
people
Come on,
and
bro.
impersonate a human and walk among
That shit
us.
should be number 1 on
Building
this
the
list.
foundation of science fiction and body horror, Kisaiju, also known as Parasite, takes full swing with its premise. It's simple, actually. We have a case of an alien invasion by mysterious beings who can infect us through parasitic means. By inserting themselves into a human's brain, the parasites can take full control and transform you into a monster. Not only does it kill the victim, but now it can even add more to its body count by consuming more humans. Sounds terrifying, right? Well, the show follows a high school student who forms an unlikely alliance with a parasitic creature. As they navigate a world of parasites infiltrating humanity, you'll be hooked by the suspense, the action, and the deep philosophical questions this anime raises. Parasite the Maxim was a great anime to watch, and if you're looking for something that's out of your comfort zone or just looking for something new to watch, I would recommend this. After watching this and reflecting on it, it's clear that the anime was trying to illustrate the question: can someone who does not display human-like qualities be humanized? The
Bro,
answer that
first
the
time I
show
watched that
gives
anime, bro, I was so
is, I'm not
speechless,
gonna tell
bro.
You goofy goober.
Oh.
Go watch the show.
That's a
Coming
whole
up,
type
the
of
runners-up
emotion
place for
watching
today's
that
list
anime,
is
bro.
Dororo. Older classics from the history books getting back to modern times seems to be one of Mappa's hobbies in recent years.
Good taste.
Dororo's remake under Mappa's umbrella made an outstanding impression and gives more reasons to bring old classics back. This anime takes us on a journey of revenge and redemption. A young warrior embarks on a quest to reclaim his stolen body parts from demons. With its compelling characters and captivating world building, this anime is a true masterpiece. It's a great mix between realism and old Japanese folktale, and a great mix between action, drama, and mystery as well.
I think it was a certain time where his body could come back, some shit.
Complex.
I don't
Who
remember.
the villain is, and the objective for Hyakimaru is pretty clear from the get-go. It's the journey that matters. This is a pretty damn amazing anime that's a breath of fresh air from your run-of-the-mill action anime. A must-watch for all anime fans. But coming to our first place spot is none other than Death Note. Now, before you guys start yelling about already watching this anime, let me explain. The reason I had to put this one on this list is that most of the newer anime fans just decided to skip Death Note, only because it was released 17 years ago, and that is clearly heresy. Wouldn't you agree? And that's why I have to change their mind. So now that that's out of the way, let's continue. Thus takes us down a darker path as a high school main character gains the power to kill by just writing a name in a notebook. It's a
But there's
battle
nothing
between
darker than
the genius
Parasite, bro.
detective and the cunning Kira, who's set on reshaping the world. Every episode is a cat and mouse game that'll keep you on the edge of your seat, and Death Note is definitely one of the best anime series of all time. It presents a deeply unique and compelling story rivaled by few. The suspense was amazing, and it got me thinking. Anyone who finishes this anime will be forced to wonder about what they would have done with a Death Note. Many of them will question and argue about the actions of Light. It is this talkable complexity that makes the anime shine, in addition to its ability to carve suspense and anticipation into its viewers. You may hate it if you are brain damaged, that is, but it is definitely an anime you must absolutely try. Whatever genre of anime you like,
I might need to watch
this.
Parasite
And there
again,
you have
bro.
it, folks. Our top
I'm actually
10
doing a
Nope
thorough
episodes.
watching and rewatching
So,
every
don't forget to
anime
let
that I
me know
watched
your
before.
favorites in the comments down below.
Probably gonna
And
watch